anything you work hard at, anything you put a lot of effort into, anything you sweat over, to make it happen. The question is, why are you working so hard? And the answer is, your programs in your subconscious don't support that. Learn this and you will live the life you want. Your life is an expression of your programs, which are written in your subconscious mind. When you're thinking, that's conscious mind, creative mind. I am thinking. For example, if your conscious mind is driving the vehicle. Let's say you're controlling your nervous system, controlling your behavior. You got the hands on the wheel. You're driving the car with your wishes and desires. I want to drive here or there, which are wishes and desires. Or let's say, you are walking down the street and then all of a sudden you have a thought. Your conscious mind, at this moment, is it paying attention to the walking on the street? Or does it go inside your head and looks for the answer? That's the question. The moment, where your conscious mind isn't paying attention on what's going on the outside. When my conscious mind is in thought, my subconscious by default, becomes the autopilot. When I am thinking, my conscious mind is engaged in creative imagination. By definition it's not paying attention, and whatever behavior I'm engaged with at that moment, is now going to be run by what? Of course the subconscious program, which we call autopilot. When you're thinking, the autopilot, the subconscious, is in control. How much of the time are we thinking? The average person, 95% of the day has a thought going on. Which means 95% of the behavior during that day is programmed and managed by the subconscious. Your life is not controlled by the conscious mind, which is wishes and desires. It's controlled by the subconscious, which has been programmed by observing other people. And then your life becomes an expression of their behavior. The programming of your subconscious started in the last trimester of pregnancy and was intense from 0 till the age of 6. And by 7 starts the programming is less. So the first 7 years of programming, and then you say, but how do I know what the programs are? 95% of your life comes from the subconscious. Your life is a printout of your subconscious programming, so you don't need to go back in your life to find out, who did what, the who to create the life that you have. All you have to do is look at the life you have. Because it is an expression of your programs. The things that you like, that come into your life easily, is there, because you have programs to encourage and support it. But anything you work hard at, anything you put a lot of effort into, anything you sweat over to make it happen. The question is, why are you working so hard? The answer is your programs in your subconscious mind don't support that. But now, what if I change or rewrite my subconscious? What if you took all the negative behaviors, that are interfering with your life, and rewrote them with very positive behaviors? With wishes and desires that are the same as the conscious mind, so that either the conscious mind or the subconscious mind are operating from wishes and desires. Whether you're paying attention, or not paying attention, you're still playing wishes and desires, and so in other words, you can have a honeymoon life the rest of your life every day, The only reason you lost the honeymoon is because you went back and got caught up in playing the old tapes, and sacrificing, and sabotaging yourself, without even you seeing it, and the honeymoon ends. If you had rewritten the subconscious program so that they conform, and align with your wishes and desires, then it wouldn't make any difference if you are thinking or not thinking. Your behavior, in both situations, would always lead you to the full happiness of the honeymoon experience, as a way of life, every day of your life. We look at our lives. We have wishes and desires in the conscious mind. We have subconscious programs, running 95% of the time, downloaded from other people, and sabotaging our lives. Now we can identify the programs by just looking at your life and saying, where's the part that you want to happen, that's not working? And then test your subconscious, for whether it supports those beliefs, or doesn't support those beliefs. And if it doesn't support what you want, then you can rewrite it. Conscious mind, being creative, can learn in a creative fashion. The conscious mind can read a self-help book, and after one read, you will say, yes, I've been educated. I know this, I should do it, and this way my life could be really good. You say, well, I just read the book, and I understand how it all works, and yet, my life is still exactly the same. You can go to the lecture. You can read the book. You can watch the video. You can even just go, aha, and the conscious mind, being creative, can learn just by simply that. Read the book and learn. What about subconscious? It's a habit mind. So how do you create a habit? Reading the book once is not a habit. So what's the point? The self-help book you read, was picked up information-wise, educated, and enhanced your conscious awareness, and yet didn't touch any of your subconscious programs. You have the same behavior you had before you read the book. Why? Your conscious mind learns by reading the book. The subconscious, the habit, you don't learn from that one reading of the book. Here are 3 things to rewrite your subconscious. Number 1. How did I learn in the first 7 years? In the programmable period? The brain was in a low vibrational frequency, called theta, which is hypnosis. If I use hypnosis, I can download a program. The vibration of theta is the low vibrations. It's below consciousness, which is alpha. And a higher vibration than alpha is beta, which is like schoolroom, studying, work mind, work consciousness. The next one down is more calm. It is alpha. When you go down below alpha, there is theta, which is the hypnosis or imagination phase as well. Because children, in that theta period, in the first 7 years, mix the real world with the imaginary world seamlessly. And that's because theta is imagination and reality mix. And then, below theta, is a one lower vibration, called delta, which is absolute sleep. Every day when you wake up, you're coming from delta, at the lowest vibration. Just as you're waking up, in the morning. Just as you're coming out of sleep, immediate at beginning, that's theta. That's where imagination and hypnosis and reality start to mix together. Every day, when you're going to bed, or when you're waking up, you go through a zone of theta naturally. From sleep vibration delta, the lowest. Waking up, you have to go through theta. Theta is imagination. So guess, what if you put earphones on and play a program as you're going to bed, just as your conscious mind lets go and it's not paying attention to the program? At this point, you're really going off into sleep. Theta is engaged, and what's theta doing? Taking the program, and downloading it into the subconscious mind, because that's what theta does. Hypnosis. Bypassing the conscious mind, which just went to sleep. So every night, putting on earphones, and playing a program of a behavior that you want to create in your life, repetition of that, every night, will then manifest that experience. Number 2. What is programming after age 7? Well, then the conscious mind is working. So how do I put a new program in? You practiced, you repeated something over and over and over again, making a habit out of it. So repetition. If you find that your behaviors are not supporting you, then guess what? Generated behavior, that represents your desire. And repeat it, just like a player in a sporting team. Go out and do the practice. Just repeat it, and repeat it, repeat it. Even if it's not real at the time, it will become real, as it becomes downloaded as a program. Your subconscious will take that program and then use it to manifest life from it. Those are the two fundamental ways. And now the last one, which you can find on Dr. Bruce Lipton's website listed in the description below. There's a whole listing of belief change modifications. And these belief change modalities, all involve something called super learning. And what's relevant about them, is these are practices where you can rewrite a subconscious belief in about 5 to 10 minutes. A belief you may have had 40 years affecting your life. Using some of these technologies, you can rewrite that belief and make a positive belief out of it, in just few minutes. Yes, we've been programmed. The vast majority of the programs are negative and disempowering. So yes, the majority of people on this planet are having that negative experience. The next most important thing now, is to recognize. If I'm not getting what I want, is it because the universe is not giving to me? The answer is, no. It's because your own program, that's invisible operating 95% of the day, is keeping it away from you.